Loyalty is seen as one of the most admired values in our society. We're taught to be loyal to our friends, family, and country. We respect people who possess the values of our community and criticize the ones who deviate from them. American sports are quite peculiar compared to the rest of the world. Like a child who cannot choose their parents, top talent does not really say where they play at the start of their career. As NBA fans, we admire players who stick with the teams that drafted them through thick and thin, such as Giannis. Conversely, KD leaving OKC for Golden State has birthed hatred so immense that it remains even after half a decade. However, the most crucial statistic we care about is NBA championships. So, is loyalty a virtue or a curse? I would argue that loyalty is a curse in the NBA and sports in general. You just have to look at the story of Isaiah Thomas. He played despite his injuries and his sister's death. In exchange, he was traded for the same injury that he developed because of his loyalty. The NBA is a cutthroat league where performance is more important than relationships. You don't have to look far to find another example. Derrick Rose. The man grew up in Chicago, got drafted by the Bulls, was the first one to put the team back on the map after Jordan's era, and became the youngest MVP in the NBA's history. All of this, and he was traded once he was seen as a liability. I'm not trying to demonize the GMs of the league. The NBA is a business at the end of the day, so they must make tough decisions, such as shipping a fan-favorite loyal player if the situation demands so. But even that is not the main problem. The main problem is that the goals of the owner and the players are often different. Remember I said that the NBA is a business? As a business, it is focused on making profits, not winning championships, something that players strive for. Very rarely, there's an owner such as Jerry Buss who invested all of his time and resources into the team. Lucky is a player who got drafted by a team with such an owner, and Damian Lillard is one of them. When Lillard was drafted, the co-founder of Microsoft, Paul Allen, was the owner of the Trailblazers. Here is how the writer of The Athletic, Jonathan Quick, described his devotion to the team. Paul Allen didn't just love the Trailblazers, he breathed them. He wanted to know the thought process behind every decision, and he had thoughts, ideas, and visions of where the franchise could go. The man texted the GM 25 messages in a day during the NBA draft process. When Damian Lillard played under Paul Allen, approximately 6 years, the team made the playoffs 5 times, reached the conference finals once, but never won the Larry O'Brien. At the end of Paul Allen's ownership, there were many glaring problems, such as an undersized backcourt and slow frontcourt, which led to an atrocious defense that overshadowed the team's offensive prowess. After the death of Paul Allen in 2018, the ownership of the Trailblazers was passed to his sister, Judy Allen, and things have only gone worse. Currently, Trailblazers are 10th in the Western Conference. 3 players from the starting lineup were traded away, and Lillard is injured. While optimistic Blazers fan might believe that these moves help free up the space cap for 2 elite players, it is highly improbable. Historically speaking, free agents do not choose Portland as their spot. Further, this summer the only elite player available on the market is DeAndre Ayton, a restricted free agent. So, everything points to Portland entering the rebuilding mode. Damian will be 32 next season, so if he wants to have any chance of becoming an NBA champion, he must leave the team next summer. Loyalty is a curse in pro sports if you strive to win championships. Like many NBA fans, I admire Lillard for not going to the big market teams to create a super team. However, the current roster built by the front office does not give him a chance to contend for a playoff spot, even if he plays his best game. Lillard has given away his prime years, bearing the burden of loyalty, and thus, he will still be loved by the fans despite leaving the team. What would you guys do if you were Damian Lillard? Let me know in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this video and see you in the next one.